We are confirming from this report that, Mr. Speaker, the entire report was fake because the people who were interviewed were not underage. And that's why, Mr. Speaker, I went the whole length to read their names, their pseudonyms, Mr. Speaker, and who they are, what they do, and why, what was the motivating factor when they were posing as children. Mr. Speaker, that is not, and the statement also is very clear. That is not to say there may be no cases of sexual exploitation of young people in the country. And Mr. Speaker, the security agencies, including the anti-trafficking unit, have done tremendous work since the days of Gilbert Dare, Mr. Speaker, among others, to make sure that these incidents are managed. But we still have cases of human trafficking, including those that come from neighboring countries passing through Kenya, or Mr. Speaker, young people that are being lured. They may be no underage, but being lured also for jobs abroad, and they suffer. And I answered questions in this chamber before relating especially young people from the northern part of the country. So that is not to say we are not grappling with issues of human trafficking, but as far as the BBC documentary is concerned, it was a hoax. It was, Mr. Speaker, planned, executed in a manner to portray that there were underage girls that were, going. Why would someone promise financial reward in case information is going to be shared? Was the financial reward intended to get a good story that can be aired by BBC and therefore improve the well-being of the reporter? Or was it also the financial reward was actually part of the tricks that were being used by BBC to see if they can find actual young children, Mr. Speaker? And that remains also to be unraveled through the investigations. And Mr. Speaker, unfortunately, the conclusions that were being made brings to question an international media house like BBC in terms of verifying their sources, Mr. Speaker, before airing such a very explosive story. Why would someone promise financial reward in case information is going to be shared? Was the financial reward intended to get a good story that can be aired by BBC and therefore improve the well-being of the reporter? Or was it also the financial reward was actually part of the tricks that were being used by BBC to see if they can find actual young children, Mr. Speaker? And that remains also to be unraveled through the investigations. And Mr. Speaker, unfortunately, the conclusions that were being made brings to question an international media house like BBC in terms of verifying their sources, Mr. Speaker, before airing such a very explosive story.
Left in the company of the girls. Nikuulize, wewe unajisi vipi kujuza mwili wako ndio uweze kujilisha?
Mimi sifurahi kuuza mwili wangu. Saa zingine unafanya ngono na watu kadhaa, unaumia na clients wengine wanakudhulumu.
Unapata changamoto zozote kazini?
Kukaa sana kwa bar, kukunywa pombe sana, kuvuta bangi, alafu clients wanakuforce kufanya vitu za ajabu.
Saa zingine huwezi omba msaada kwa sababu Madam Karo hapo na simu. Hatukubali tuko na simu zetu.
We don't know if the Carol they refer to is another name for Nyambura, or if these girls held here are talking of yet another madam. Either way, Nyambura brought her here to meet the girls she hides and sells.
Na unapewa ngapi kwa zile pesa ambazo Karo hulipwa na wateja?
Kama 50 ama 100, saa zingine sipati chochote.
I can't clearly explain the situation. I was utterly devastated. I almost cried. I wished I could rescue them. I couldn't fight for them.
Our second undercover reporter, Jane, is also taken to a house in Maimahiu by Cheptoo and briefly left alone with 2 minors.
Kwa siku unalala na wanaume wangapi?
5 kama wanaume 5.
5?
Ndio.
Umeniambia upendi kazi. Nini ufanyika?
Kulala na wanaume wako na mwili kubwa na niko na mwili ndogo.
Na customer akikataa kutumia kondom?
Kukuwa na ngono bila kinga.
Na ukikataa kulala naye bila kondom?
Oh my God! I may not be your best, and I don't claim to be, but I'm the one you have.
So this guy just perfected the art of gaslighting, and now they are gaslighting us to question whatever we saw. That documentary everyone saw, and everyone questioned what's happening in Maimahiu. And since the government has money to abduct the Gen Zs and the younger people, but no money to investigate such things, they come up with propaganda or a different narrative or a different script. And the script is that BBC are lying and that they paid those people. Yes, they might have paid them, but that doesn't mean that they lied. Because I don't see what it benefits them to lie, because BBC is a big company. The citizens and the KTS, they can lie, but BBC, they have a reputation to protect. And the person running that thing was also a woman, and you could see, yes, some might have started it while they were 17 and now they are older. Or if not the entire thing, you could see there were younger people and there were also older people. The older people were those that started when they were young and now they have changed their life. But there were also young people that we could see. Like, you can just judge from someone's voice and someone's size that yes, this one's a child. And since these people don't want accountability and they don't want to look bad, they have to deny. You can reflect on the Ojuang story, where they told us a different story, and we came to find that it was a lie. That they said that the guy was hitting his head on the wall. Even with the recent protests, they are calling those people that were protesting, they are calling them terrorists. So the government is good at propaganda, and this guy being a lawyer, I understand why he has to deny, and make us look like fools. Well, we're clear. And this is the kind of gaslighting that makes people annoyed with the government. Either way, those women committed crime, and here's what the penal code says. The penal code does not criminalize the act of engaging in prostitution itself. However, it does criminalize third parties who profit from prostitution, including those who live off earnings of prostitutes or solicit on their behalf. So in that argument itself, those women are still guilty of something. And he should say, or he should state whether they were arrested, or since they claim that those were not underage, they were let free. So either way, I think these people are just clumsy.